Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my June TBR. We're almost in June. Time is flying by. So the first book on my TBR is going to be Furyborn. Now, you might be thinking, this was on your TBR last month, and you are absolutely right. However, I decided to switch it out with a different book because I read Little Thieves last month and I didn't realize how close we were to the release of the sequel. So I decided to just switch this out with Painted Devils since I literally just finished the first book and all the information is fresh. Plus, I feel like this needs a blended read, so I have the audio now and I'm going to follow along as I read it. Again, I still don't really know what this is about, even though I did technically listen to 70 pages of it, but we're following two queens but 1,000 years apart. One of them is the Queen of Light and the other is the Queen of Blood, and I don't think we're supposed to know who is who yet. So I don't know. I'm intrigued, but I definitely wasn't retaining any of the information, so we're gonna try again. Next up is my monthly buddy read with Robin. We are gonna be reading Scorpica. So this is, if I remember correctly, and what I know was only shared with me through Monet explaining it. So in this world, there are 5 queendoms, I believe, and Scorpica is one of those queendoms. And I guess we're sort of following how that empire operates. The second book came out and that one is named after another one of the queendoms. So honestly, from the little bit that Monet told us, we were intrigued and my copy should be arriving in a couple of days. Did I bother to read the synopsis? No, I never do. We know this already, but I'm still really interested. It sounds similar to Four Dead Queens, but better. So I really hope that I like it. The next 2 books that I'll be reading are Sinful Desire and Sinful Obsession. These are books 4 and 5 in the Mafia Misfit series by Asia Monique. So I've been reading one per month for some reason. I don't know why, because I've literally enjoyed all of them and I might as well just go ahead and catch up. So I did talk to the author and she said she's planning on 10 books, and I do want to do sort of a series review of them, but for the sake of keeping the video short, because that's my thing, I'm gonna do a part 1 and a part 2. So I'll read through book 5 and then do a review, and then I'll be able to read the rest of them as they come out. If you're unfamiliar with the series, it is about the Delegation, which is similar to the Commission of the Italian Mafia. However, in the Delegation, it's a group of Black Mafia families. So they may be tied to the Italian Mafia or the Irish mob or whatever the case may be, but we see how they operate individually and together, and I'm really enjoying it. The next book that I'm gonna read is TheOne by John Mars. I think Robin got this for me. Maybe, possibly, I didn't write it down, but I had wanted to read this because it sounded interesting. I believe it is about a technology that is supposed to like match you with your one soulmate or whatever. However, as expected, something goes wrong. This also has an adaptation, I believe, on Netflix, and so I want to read it before I watch it, and I just think it'd be really interesting. I'll probably do a book and series review similar to what I did for Station 11 and No Exit. I hope that I like it. I mean, it does sound good, so hopefully it actually is good, but we shall see. Okay, I had to check my list because I couldn't remember what else I was supposed to read. So this is actually supposed to be a buddy read between Robin and I later in the year. However, I got approved for an arc of Murder in Mamon. This is the 4th book in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Cozy Mystery series, and I've been having a really good time with this series, so I'm going to read this as well. Plus, Robin doesn't really love this series, so I feel like opening up a space in our monthly buddy reads for something that she might actually like will go better. But I am really excited to continue the series. I don't know how many books it's supposed to be, but I've been enjoying all of them so far, so I'm really excited to continue. So those are all of the books that I am planning to read in June. If I have time, I might squeeze some other things in, but I don't think I will because this is like commencement time at work, so it's gonna be busy and there's gonna be a lot happening, and we'll see how it all goes. But let me know if you have read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.